Well, good evening, and welcome. I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening on this Saturday night. Saturday night, today, the 8th of March, 2025. 2025. We're now in March. Can you imagine? January, February, March already. Time is going so very fast. And I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. Those on Instagram, and sorry, not Instagram tonight, not on Instagram, I must say. Those on Facebook, and those on YouTube, and those on TikTok. TikTok. So feel free to join me. Nipsey Hustle. I thought it's a Nipsey Hustle, so like that. Well, thank you. Yeah. And this is Saturday night for Talk and Sip, and tonight I'm having somewhat of a concoction. This is a mixture of a few juices. Don't know if you can pick up what it is that I'm drinking. And if you are drinking something as well, please feel free to tell me what you're drinking as well. This is nice. I'm going to take my time. Happy Saturday to you, Michelle. Happy Saturday to all the ladies. Today's, what do you call it? Happy Women's Day. So I got some drinks there, and I got my water. Tonight's going to be a very interesting night, and instead of going down the typical route which I normally go in the sense of talking about what's happening in America, talking about what's happening in Jamaica, I want to also touch on a bit on what's happening in Africa and give an overview of what's happening in Africa. And because, ladies and gentlemen, what I realized this, and you may have seen it as well. You know, when I do my shows on Thursday night I do a show called In Review. And what I do on In Review, I sort of look at to see what are some of the top news around the world. And I normally sort of have an idea of some of the top news around the world based on how the media is sort of pushing it. That is BBC, ITV, CNN, Fox, or whatever like that. So I glean and I say, oh, this is the top news. But guess what? And if you really check this out, the top news is all while one same thing. Oval Office, Ukraine, and the Middle East. Europe, Ukraine, the Middle East, and the Oval Office. Is that all it is? That's all that's happening in the world? And I believe that we've got to be very careful that we don't get distracted into these areas. What's happening in the Middle East, what's happening in Ukraine, and what's happening in the Oval Office. I keep saying to people that, in a way, I'm finding it really boring. And so when people are sending me things sometimes of what Trump said, or what Trump has said, and what Zelensky said, I just realized that what is happening, it's like there's a divisive factor, a sort of something is trying to divide people, divide the world, divide us. If you get what I'm trying to say, it's like there's this sort of thing wanted to divide. Even in politics today, even in Jamaica, dividing. There's just this element of dividing. PNP, the JLP, the silly season or whatever, election coming up. Everybody's fighting. And they keep saying, stop the fighting so early in the morning. So therefore, I go to the park and I tell you the reason why maybe I'm thinking like this a lot is because when I get up in the morning and I pop into the park, one of the first things that I realize how peaceful it is. And then the next thing I realize is that I'm hearing the birds. And the birds are all singing the same songs. But guess what? They're different songs. And then you see a sign in the park that says, put aside your phone and listen to nature. Try to listen to what are the birds singing. Look at the bottom of the oak tree and look up and see people, dogs running, squirrels, different looking insects sometimes come in front of you. And you realize that, hang on a second, this world is going on a different trajectory. And I realized that if you don't hijack it, like, where am I? I saw my vision. I just went a while ago. If you don't hijack it, ladies and gentlemen, you find yourself actually going down a particular pathway. Trust me. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. And I'm inviting persons to share their thoughts. And if anyone wants to come on as well, to share their thoughts into something is going on, isn't it? You keep freezing up. Yeah, that's what I just realized this a while ago. I just saw myself freezing a while ago. Is it freezing? I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Freeze, man. Let me see something. Myself freezing a while ago. Okay. Is it freezing? Yeah, frozen. Okay, I'm not freezing now. Yeah, I'm not freezing now. So yeah, so that's what I want to talk about tonight as well. And I want to thank you so much for joining. And remember to like, remember to share, and remember to invite someone else. So let's go and let's rock and roll. No, I must say that for those, hi, IG Douglas, I must say for those who are on TikTok, of course, you're only seeing my face right here, and you're not seeing the main screen, which is on uh, YouTube and Facebook, and the YouTube channel is Silvern TV, and the Facebook channel is also on Silvern TV. So you're not really actually seeing. You're only seeing myself, but you don't want to just see myself only. I'm good now, but it happened a couple of times. Yes, I saw that happen there a couple of times myself. Michelle, thank you for saying that. But I think I've broken through the whole thing with the maze of the. But I don't think the world will have anything to worry about tonight, because I won't be touching on Ukraine. I won't be touching on Trump, and I won't be touching on Gaza as well. But listen, I must say that tonight or today is International Women's Day. Happy Women's Day. Today we celebrate every woman on the planet. You bring much love and joy and beauty into a world just by being in it, and it makes everyone a little bit happier. The sun shines brighter when you smile, ladies. Yeah. So keep smiling. Happy Women's Day. And the song says, Lady Love. What a beauty. And I'm not gonna sing that one there. There's song. Lady Love, or or that beautiful song that goes like this. Just be my lady, be my lady. That's Larry Graham. I'm showing up my age now for those who don't like Graham. Michelle, do you know Larry Graham? I don't know if you're born yet. Just be my lady. Yeah. Or that other beautiful songs there. Um, forget what the song. Oh, I forget the song by Larry Graham. But anyhow, that's a beautiful song there as well. But the event of what's that? Why am I talking there? Okay. I'm hearing myself talking again on a different platform, but that's understandable because sometimes you got the YouTube platform which is on. So let me just shut that down and just have one moment by there. That's it there. Yeah, the whole thing there. I just want to find something here. Where is it? Come on, let me find it. Please let me find it. Don't let me down now. Don't let me down now. Da 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 da. Do, to do, to do, to do, to do, to do, to do. Yeah. International Women's Day. Shelley Browning, how are you doing? You all right? International Women's Day. Um, International Women's Day, as I put out there, is a global event celebrated annually on March 8th to honor the achievements of women and advocates for gender equality. Of course, it's March, And of course, March is a great month because March is my birthday month. The day has its roots in early 20th century labor movements and women's rights activism here. Why don't you send the link to me? I sent it, Michelle. Michelle, I sent you the link. I sent you the link from early. If you check, you see the link. Link is sent, man. Link sent to you a long, long time ago before while you're asleep. Check, but not even I'll send it to you again. You check your link. I send the link to you straight up, man. You know, in a global event celebrated annually, early beginnings, the first National Women's Day was observed in the United States in 1909, initiated by the Socialist Party of America. In 1910, German activist Clara Zetkin proposed an international version at the International Women's Conference of Working Women in Copenhagen. First international celebration. The first International Women's Day was celebrated on March 19, 1911 in Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland. I must say something very interesting about TikTok, I must say. And I keep saying this all the while. Ladies and gentlemen on TikTok, I'm only seeing one person, but I'm seeing so many people joining, but it is only showing one. So to help me out on this thing in TikTok, I'd like everyone to sort of comment and say hello, hi, or say something, say something. Let me see if it actually works because I'm seeing people joining and people joining and people joining, but I'm only seeing one at the top there. TikTok is a very strange place. Let's hope that as well. Why are you okay? Yes. So yes, so the whole thing about International Women's Day, as I was saying, uh, and it's a great achievement by women all over the world. Um, you know, date standardization. The date was later standardized to March 8th, inspired by a 1917 strike in Petrograd, St. Petersburg, Russia, where women demanded bread and peace during the World War. Um, Significance, celebration, and advocacy. Um, I think that's Michelle. I think that's you there. Yo, Michelle, where there? Where there? Where there, sir? You there, bot? You there? You there? You look like you're not. You like. I almost thought you had on a MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't hear you, Michelle. You're frozen. No, you're frozen, Michelle, for some reason. Um, oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. Okay, you're gonna come back again anyway. Um, Anyone want to join in? Please let me know. And what I do, I put the link up there as well. Um, so yeah, going further on until Michelle comes back. Uh, the what it says each year, um, International Women's Day adopts a specific theme to focus efforts on key issues for 2025. The theme is acceleration, accelerate action, emphasizing the need for swift progress towards gender equality. UN theme. The UN also adopts themes for 2025. It is for all women and girls' rights, equality, empowerment. When you hear about equality and empowerment for women and so like that, is that equality doing the same thing as men? Is it the whole gender reassignment and the whole thing? That's a very deep area. Also, it's some area that I don't really touch on and going into those sort of areas there. But is it for equality as the same standard? Is it that for men to compete with women and women to compete with men? Is that what that is saying? Um, Global awareness, yeah. Um, International Women's Day raises awareness about gender disparities, reproductive rights, and violence against women, promoting a collective action to address these issues. Yeah. Policy and empowerment. Governments and organizations use this occasion to implement policies supporting women's empowerment and eliminating systematic discrimination. You know, are you there now, Michelle? You there? Oh, she's gone again. I don't know what happened there. Uh, she came in and she's gone. Don't know what happened there. Yeah. Policy and empowerment, government and organizations use this occasion to implement policies supporting women empowerment and eliminating systematic discrimination. Um, well, do you think that women are, you know, are things moving? forward for women? Are men making it better for women? Are Is there this sort of violence, discrimination against women? I mean, I was just listening to someone sent me something regarding uh, the young lady who got killed in Jamaica. Well, let's say she's missing or so, killed, missing. Donnelly. And where is Donnelly? This is what listen. Where's Donnelly? Come join the march. This is the mother talking about Donnelly.
Yes, it will be at emancipation. So we are looking forward to everybody who want to participate. I will try my best to have beverage for you guys. Water mostly for those who don't like water like myself, and I can have a little juice, you know, get some igloo with some frozen things so we can have a great evening out there. It's not a picnic we are going on, you know. We want Jamaica and the world to know that we are still on it and we will not back down. Yes, you know, a march will be done on the 30th. Yes, in our poetry, right. So we just want you guys to know that we are on it and we're not backing down. The march titled is Where is Donnelly?
Yes.
We still have our slogan. Our slogan: No justice, no peace. Everybody know that. No justice, no peace. But we want to know, where is Donnelly? Yes, we need to know, where is Donnelly. Right. Will be at emancipation. Yes, it will be at emancipation. So we are looking forward to everybody who want to participate. I will try my best to have beverage for you guys. Water mostly for those who don't like water like myself, and I can have a little.
So that's the mother of Donnelly speaking in regards to trying to get to the bottom of it, and I think the guy's going to be on going to court. How are you, Mr. Hutchinson? How are you doing, sir?
Greetings, Mr. Sidio. Greetings to
What?
your audience.
Well, I tell you that behind you there looks so beautiful. That nature, man. It look like really up where Blue Mountain. Where?
No, it's Stony Hill. It's not Blue Mountain.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you should put the link up there in the chat so I can come in on Safari instead of StreamYard. No, somebody said, "What's going on with StreamYard?" You should put the link up here in the chat. You came in okay there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there, Michelle. Um, Uche, I was just elaborating a bit on International Women's Day today, and just giving thanks for women and bigging up women at this time. And I was just reflecting. Someone had sent me something about Donnelly, that young lady which is missing.
Yeah.
Well, should we say should we say she's dead or she's missing or what? What do you say? How do you say
Yeah.
this?
I mean, we have to safely
Should we-
say that she's missing. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. That's the
yes,
right
yes.
thing to say.
And then there's also this other young lady there, the one about Jasmine Dean as well, you know, the
Yeah.
female there who from university, she's missing um
Still.
a- as well. So that's an aspect of violence against women.
Women.
I was just touching base on some of the bits about women because they said this year the theme for International Women here is for all women and girls rights, equality, empowerment. Each year, International Women Day adopts a specific theme to focus effort on key issues for 2025, accelerate action, emphasizing the need for swift progress towards gender equality. What do you say from your perspective before we move on when it comes on to women and equality and the
Can you read back the theme just now?
okay, let me just read back the theme there. And for ladies and gentlemen, the theme is for Women's Day. March 8th, each year, International Women's Day adopts a specific theme to focus efforts on key issues. And for 2025, the theme is Accelerate Action, emphasizing the need for swift progress towards gender equality. UN also adopts theme for 2025 is also for all women and girls right equality empowerment. Yeah, Michelle, you're good. You're good now.
I'm good now.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I spoke to Trump a while
Hello.
ago. I spoke to Trump a while ago, and he let you
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
in. Yeah, yes, yeah. Uja was gonna give his reflection on Women's Day.
Yeah, so it's about equality empowerment. I mean, they should have put the safety. They should have put a safety part in it as well, because you know that women tends to be one of the vulnerable group in our society, right? So I think they should have put a safety part in it as well to keep our
Mm,
women safe, because truth be told, women, they are very important to our society. The
yeah.
woman is really the I would say that unified force that keeps the home together. I think there's a
Mm,
saying that if you want to destroy a family, you really have to destroy the woman. If you want to
yes.
destroy a family, destroy the women, because she will be the ones that the kids, you know, tends to look up to and spend most of their time with. So women, they're very important in our world today. And it is just so sad that, you know, we don't really give our women the accolades and the empowerment, the equality that they really need. Just a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and it's time we have to shift that narrative. We have to shift it. I mean, what name James Brown? James Brown sing a song that says it's a man's world.
Yeah.
Patriarchy, patriarchy is the order of the day, but we have to balance it with that feminine energy that woman.
But in that same song, he said, but without. He said, but it's a man's world, but it's a woman's something. What did he say again, Michelle? He completed the song by saying it's a woman's. It's a man's world, but it is nothing. Nothing with Michelle. You're on mute. You're on mute, Michelle. But you're nothing without a
But you're
woman's
nothing without a woman's
touch or something like that. Or yeah,
woman's something
yeah.
like
So
that.
yeah,
Well, I forget the name. I forget the song.
yeah.
Yeah, but I want to take the time, to also wish all the women, a happy International Women's Day, and let's see how best we can balance the world between masculinity and femininity. We have
Yes,
to keep that balance, and as men, let us try to, treat our women with respect and the same level of acknowledgement that we would give, our male counterparts. You understand? We have to treat our women with the equal acknowledgement and respect,
yes.
and to empower them as well. Yeah, even though it's a man's world, but woman is very important in that man's world.
Are you sort of agreeing to say it's a man's world? I mean, is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, you're relating to the song.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay. Because it is
He trying to
our
tie
world.
you up.
But there's something in the world awareness day. It talks about, and let's break it down, for all women and girls rights, equality, empowerment. What do we mean by equality? What do we mean by what do you think they mean by gender equality? Michelle, what do you think they mean by gender equality?
Who wrote in gender equality? Let me tell you
It
something. To
yeah,
tell the truth, I didn't even know today was Women's Day
yes,
until my brother Imara, you know, me Imara, you talk and it was like happy. Every day is Woman's Day for me.
yeah,
Every day is Woman's Day for me.
do you know I see something happening in Jamaica a lot, and I never jump on it, but every minute I see something like Daughter's Day, Son's Day, auntie
Every
day,
day is son's
brother
day for
day,
me.
and so like
If
I
you
was
have a
every
son,
day he
every day
said
a daughter day for me if me have a
every day.
daughter.
You know, somebody said in Jamaica, women occupied more of the spaces in university.
But you
Jamaica
see,
have a large section of women in
it's just the
managerial.
pagan thing, the pagan and
Mm, yeah,
I don't do these. Ash Wednesday just passed. I didn't even know it was Ash Wednesday. I was like, what? Ash Wednesday.
yeah. Well, actually, there Ash Wednesday is was Wednesday. That was
Yeah.
was a holiday or what? It's a Jamaica holiday or what?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's big in Jamaica, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I was like, not until the night I spoke to my niece from she's in Jamaica, and she said, well, Auntie, today Ash Wednesday. I was like, well, Ash Wednesday, what? She said something about Lent. Then I said, well, Lent is associated with Easter time. So I said, Easter come around now. And
Yeah,
then she said, well, Auntie, today Ash Wednesday. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know.
yeah, yeah.
And I was just going about, my day, Ash Wednesday. I don't
Yeah,
do those holiday stuff. I really don't.
yes. What about you, Usha? You do those holiday things?
Not really, because we you understand. We have a tendency to do things in season, and for me, things you have to be intentional about things, and it can't be just some people at this time of the year, they give up certain things, but then the rest of the year, them really indulge in it. I mean,
It doesn't make sense to
I'm
me.
yeah,
come back.
it
I'm come
makes
back.
sense, yeah. So I just try to live in love and live peaceful and
And
live
that's it.
through. You understand? Yeah, continuously. But when
You,
it
you,
comes on to
yeah.
the equality part in terms of gender equality, I mean in Jamaica currently, I don't see
Yeah.
much of a challenge with gender equality, because as the person said that in the comments, women they are rising to some very prominent position in the society.
Yeah.
There's not much of a challenge in terms of women
We're
equal
up there.
gender. Yeah,
We're up there with the big
yeah,
boys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Gone are those days when females used to be pushed aside,
Behind.
all of that. Yeah, yeah. We have passed that, and it is good that we have passed that.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. You know, in moving away from the woman. Sorry, Michelle. You okay? We finish off with the women's bit. No, we're not
Mhm.
finished off with men. It goes on forever.
It goes
We
on
never finish
forever,
off.
right? It's
You know,
every day.
I was saying, because live restricted for some audience. I don't know. Did we say something? TikTok always say restricted. Did we say something funny? I don't know. They always find these words that you say. Did I say anything in TikTok? Um, you know, I was thinking the other day, and I said it earlier in my opening, that when we talk about the news and what's in the news worldwide, there are three things that comes up all the while: Zelensky, Ukraine, the Oval Office, and Gaza. Not Palmer, but but Gaza there in the Middle East. And I just realized that if you're not careful, we are missing out on other aspects of the world and what's happening. And sometimes my mates are sometimes sending me things sometimes, and I keep saying to them, I'm sorry, I'm just bored now. I just I don't want more text or WhatsApp messages about Trump and Zelensky, because I realize that persons are posting them or sending them according with their biases also at the same time to take you to one side. And I realize that I'm not going to be used as a pawn, or the media use you as a pawn. So if you watch BBC, ITV, CNN, and everything, they all take it on a level. And then somebody was saying to me, well, Silburn, there's so much thing which is happening in Congo. There's so much thing which is happening in Rwanda. There's so much thing which is happening in the other parts of the world, and I'm saying, and it's all right. And I did a little quick research a bit a while ago and said, what are the hotspots of fighting in Africa? And it's, as of March 2025, several regions in Africa continue to experience armed conflicts and violence.
Mm-hmm.
The main hotspots of fighting in Africa include Burkina Faso,
Mm-hmm.
Mali, and
Mm-hmm.
Niger. These countries face ongoing threats from jihadist groups affiliated with Islamic State and Al Qaeda.
Mm-hmm.
Situation has been exacerbated by political instability. internal, external, including military coup in recent years. West Africa, Nigeria. The country struggles with multiple security challenges, including farmer herding conflicts, banditry in the northwest, and separatist movements in the southeast. Cameroon. The Anglophone separatist insurgency in the southwest and northwest region continues, along with insurgency in the north. Central Africa now, Congo, Central African Republic. Is that Congo? Car? Yeah, no, that's Congo. Yeah, Car. The country experiencing ongoing conflicts involving multiple armed groups, with government forces backed by foreign support fighting to recapture territory. Democratic Republic of Congo. Large-scale violence persists in the eastern region, with multiple armed groups engaging in conflicts. East Africa. Ethiopia. The country has faced sharp escalation in large-scale armed violence. Somalia. Ongoing conflict continues to affect the country's stability. South Sudan and Sudan. Both countries experience persistent armed conflicts. Northern Africa. Libya. The country remains unstable following years of civil war with unresolved political and security issues. These conflicts have resulted in significant humanitarian crises, including internal displacement, refugee movements, and food insecurity across the affected region. Come on, this is bigger than Europe, bigger than the Middle East, and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Isn't that so, guys?
Yeah, yes, it is. But sometimes you got to watch where you get the information from as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, because
Where
I
you
don't
get
think
this information from.
Mm.
Yeah, because I think regarding Burkina Faso, I don't think Burkina Faso. I know that there's some ongoing tension, but I don't think it's really.
Yes.
Everything is good.
Yeah, I don't think it's really an hotspot for violence, though, because
Mm-mm.
since the new president, things are pretty much stable in Burkina
Him
Faso.
not
Yes.
joke over there, so.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. But didn't
and,
didn't he ship out some French people or ship out some guys from out of the country as well?
yeah,
Yeah. And also like the land that they have, what he's saying is that those land that was there from apartheid time, it has to go
Yeah.
back to the people.
Actually, just to stick a pin a while ago, someone said to me, why TikTok said something. He said maybe because of what you're drinking. And it's right, because I say consuming substances featured in this life could harm your health. But I'm drinking juice, or maybe because they read Stella Artois on it. Maybe this is Stella Artois.
I see advertising now.
Because because Stella Artois is but it's just a glass. So that is what it is. You're right, bro. Let me put up a water bottle. Nestle Pure Life water. Save that. Diluted. Yeah. Yes, Michelle. And what you guys were saying, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not joking over there, so.
Mm.
and similar to the Niger president and the Mali president, because these three presidents, they are working together, you know. So
Yes.
again, I'm kind of skeptic about that piece of excerpt that you just read, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do some research, because
That's
you know
how
that
come I said to
international.
him that he
Yeah.
needs to know that where he's getting his information
Yes.
from, the source
And-
that
and-
you're
and-
getting,
and-
because
and
they'll
that is why I was-
mislead us.
And that's why I was speaking to some guys
It's
earlier.
distraction. It's all distraction. They have to know that some of these, where you go for the information, it's a distraction
Yes. Yes.
from what really are going on.
From where really go on. But can you imagine? But can you imagine if these the different countries, because people always say that with the USAID, cutting these aid, and even the UK cutting overseas development aid into many countries, especially African countries, can it be seen as if one takes it properly and analyze it and act on it, it can be indirectly a blessing in disguise? Do you think so?
It
wasn't really aid. It wasn't really aid that they was going in there and extracting. Them only going to the name of aid.
Just to get their foot in.
That they was giving.
Just to get their foot in.
President Wem said, Trump can't come over here to come say nothing. Trump stay with spot him there. Him say
Yes.
because all they did was bring disease into film country and sterilize the woman them and all that. Them can't keep it because it wasn't AIDS that they brought in
Mm.
for help people. Them that take what for them mirror now and them need them. That's what he said. They don't need America. America need them.
Mm.
Because all them phone that we have, and that's so over the Congo and them place, and that's so it come from. So
Yes.
all the military things and when them build and over there, so all them minerals and all them things that come from. So they're wising up now. That's what's
Yes. Yes.
happening.
Yeah, and I believe,
Africa wise up now.
yeah, but some of them still too slow, like a
Some of them slow.
Nigeria. I don't know what Nigeria waiting on to sever certain relationship with the West,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
Ghana is pretty much Ghana is doing some things because they are welcoming back, that
Americans and
yeah,
Jamaicans and
yeah, they are welcoming back
a
and
lot of, and we have to watch that too.
Mm.
yeah,
With so many Americans, they're going there and them I get them citizenship there now and all them things there.
Yeah, because a lot of people are actually moving into these countries back. I think, is it Ghana? I think like Rita Marley has gone to. Is it
Yeah,
Ghana?
Rita
She's
Marley, yeah, that's
gone to
where she
different
lives.
areas as well, and
yeah,
and it's a new wave. I just believe that, as someone was saying recently, that there are many opportunities now that people are looking wider than just the United States, because the United States is where they're
Oh yeah,
focusing, you know.
oh
And
yeah.
I think in recent days I heard something about the doctors also in Cuba, that that the government is now trying to find other countries to find doctors for Jamaica because they can't go for Cuba anymore as well. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, what's that? Say that. Repeat that again.
That America somewhat has put some embargo, or so Jamaica or so cannot go for Cuban doctors. So because of that, I believe the Minister of Health, Chris Tufton, is going wider afield to find medical personnel to come to Jamaica, because normally a lot of Cuban doctors used to come to Jamaica,
Okay.
yeah, which is very interesting. And but people are now saying, are you trying to say that a lot of doctors which is being churned out of Jamaica, we can't keep? Can't we do that? And then I heard again that the USAID used to fund the Jamaican debates for the election. Did you hear about that? And now USAID has stopped that now. So people are saying, hang on a second, are you trying to say so USAID was the one funding the debate for the Jamaica election between
You
the
know
PA?
me hear something like that a couple days ago for true.
So people are saying, can you imagine that? In Uche?
Mhm.
yeah. America, as it's and in our politics,
But is it America have its hand in our politics, or we give America a hand in our politics?
I mean,
Either
either way,
way, it's
six and one
either
after
way.
the other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
but
the whole thing though, it's very interesting, as much because I was reading, who's gone? Uche gone.
Okay.
Somebody said the debate is not important. Umalo said it. Do you think the debate is important in Jamaica? Do you think the debate is important in Jamaica for the different parties to display or to say what they're saying leading up to an election?
You see what a person has said, oh,
Yeah.
I wonder where they live.
Um, Amalo, where you live? Where you live? I'm asking the question. You know?
You see, film thought or her thought,
Yes.
and you don't need a debate. You want to hear what each party have to that they say they're gonna do for the country.
And you're so right about that. And I did a video today, and I'm gonna play the video at some point. Let's just watch the video there. I was just in the park and I was reflecting, and I sat down and I just made this video, and I found it very effective. It just flowed out of me exactly what I want to say. But I believe very strongly now. You see, if an election is called in a Michelle, there's a week or so that they have to to nominate the 63 persons who are going to be going forward for the election. So therefore, 63 times 2 is going to be 100 and whatever going to be nominated. Then, well, unless you have UIC and all these other places and Uche want to nominate other candidates as well. And then them have about 4 or 5 weeks or so for the election that it has to be done by a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But if people are not hearing now what the plans are for both political parties and especially for the PNP, because maybe the JLP is out there already and saying everybody know what they
Mm-hmm.
want. People don't have time to really digest these things, this information, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Somebody said for the debate to be important, the people must understand policies.
That's
But
what I'm trying to say.
yeah, but what Omala is saying, for the debate to be important, the people must
The
understand
people
policy.
must, and that's just it. That's how come what we always say, Sil. They
Yeah.
need to
But
learn some civics so
so
that they
question,
can know that these kind of things are
yeah.
important.
But the question then is this. So because most majority of the people don't understand, that means the debate mustn't go on.
It, it, and you see the thought process. That's the thought process,
Yeah.
you know. And probably it's true for them because it's
Mm,
probably for them reality. You understand that?
mm,
Them don't. It's like they don't know policies and them don't know these things, so it wouldn't be interested to them for true.
yes.
You
Because
know.
I think it is very important, and I hear sometimes that the opposition sometimes do not want to disclose their plans, because if they disclose their plans, then the
The other
PNP
one
will
might. That's.
but that is
You
very
see that thought process and all. That's
yeah,
how come there's. That's how come I always say it should be a
mm,
set date,
yes,
right? Every 4 years or every 3 years, however long they serve in the house or whatever,
yes,
and it should be a set date so that all parties know that this is the people of the people know this is the date that election is. So you prepare, and each party get to prepare. You
yes,
understand? And
yes,
push what they're about out there,
yeah, and
and then you
what
have your
yeah,
debate where
yeah,
people get to listen and hear what you offer, what you offer.
yeah, and that is so right, because that's what the person is saying now on TikTok, is that the people don't know if the PNP is going to operate a socialist economy. So you see, the people don't know, and that is why I also said this, and I'm going to play a video shortly. The people don't know what the policies are, and I believe that if one is worried about the people them not gonna teach your policy, then it's best you put it out there now. So therefore, everybody will know. Say your policy, and if them teach it,
But it's damn it too late. Because what you say, election can call at what anytime? Is that
election can
so?
call anytime. You know. Let me play this. I'm gonna play this video. I don't know if you saw
And so
it.
can we forget this thing up on I'm on TikTok. We gotta
Yeah,
get this
civics
civil
thing.
civic thing going.
Yes, yes. Let's play this. Let's just play this.
You know, they say that this is the silly season in Jamaica, and they use these connotations like the 9 day wonder, the silly season, and people grab all of these terminologies and run with it. But I want to say today, it is not the silly season. Let's not call it the silly season. Let's call this a very serious season. A very serious season when the people of the nation will choose their leader. A serious season when people will choose who they want to be the captain or the director or of this nation. It's a serious season because the people who are the masters will determine as to the next elected representative of the nation being the prime minister and the government, whether it is JLP or PNP. So it is not a silly season. It's a very serious season. And I would appeal again, as I've been always appealing, to the 63% of persons who do not like to exercise their vote. So therefore, it is always left to the 37 to the 40% of persons who vote in recent consecutive general elections. Those persons hardly ever change their minds. They're normally PNP or JLP. No matter what you do, they'll be die-harded, right? Some would say it's PNP country, and the other side would say this is not PNP country, this is JLP country. But therefore, I'm appealing to the persons who are you. That 63%, that 67%, that 70% of persons who normally do not exercise their vote, that normally sits in the veranda and talk and gesticulate and pontificate and moan. Yeah, but you have a choice and you have an alternative to go to the polls and to make your decision. However, I must say, I did speak to a few persons. I do my own personal survey, and I never forget what this lady said. She said she voted before, young lady, she voted before, but it makes no difference now. She's not going to vote. She's not going to vote because she sees that there's no difference between the two political parties. I said to her, what if there is a third political party? She said, that is left to be seen, but time will not tell. But she's not going to vote. So is that the mood for a lot of persons who do not exercise their vote and do not want to be a part of the process? Is that your thinking? Is that your thinking? Because I understand what the person said. It makes no difference. So therefore, if that's the case, then different political parties, different leaders need to say something, need to start to show what their plans are for the country in the future, whether it be JLP or PNP. Time to show. Because guess what? If an election is called today, then you have a few weeks in order to do and engage on a massive campaign. But that's not enough time for a person to dissect what the plans are. So therefore, I appeal to PNP. Whatever your plan is, just start sharing it. Because as a matter of fact, if they're going to steal a plan, well, at least your plan is out there already. And then you can expand on it and show the people of Jamaica where you want to go and what your plans are for the country, to lead the country in the next hemisphere. Likewise, JLP, maybe you already have your plan set out already, and that is your plan, which is already out there. But if there's going to be some changes to it, well, then let it be. But I say again as well, and this is what I said in a recent post, shouldn't there be a joint up vision for Jamaica collectively under an umbrella? And that is where I believe the president kicks in. And that is why there need to be an executive president, not a ceremonial president, whereby the executive president will, this is the plan, this is the plan A, this is the plan B. Therefore, it moves beyond just 5 years. It goes into 8 years, 10 years. So everyone can sing up to that vision, as they were saying, Vision 2030, which is almost impossible to happen. But that's just my thinking. This is not the silly season. This is a serious season. It should not be a 9-day wonder. It should be a time whereby one deal with judicial exercise and to find some solutions to some of the issues which are out there, and not for it to be slipped away. This is not a silly season. This is a serious season.
Yes, Michelle. So you notice the whole term about silly season. You know, people always say this is a silly season.
See, I
Um,
didn't even know that.
yeah, this is a term, Michelle, which is out there. Oh, it's a silly season now. So everybody, oh, this is silly season.
Mhm.
This is what will happen. And then when they hear the word silly season, you just really realize people, oh, I can't bother with this. So people are just taking their hands off. Like the young lady, I do my little personal research. Like I messaged a few people and said to them, tell me what you think. Ask them questions. I'm doing my little Carlstone, not Carlstone, done on these polls as well, and checking it out. And she said very clearly, she said, listen, I voted before, and I'm not going to vote again. I don't see the difference.
Mhm.
And
It's
and I
not.
think and I think a lot of people are thinking
And that's
that.
the way I felt here.
Mm,
It,
yes.
it's not a it's not a difference.
Mm.
It's different faces, same system.
As somebody said, after the financial meltdown in Jamaica, the PNP and JLP became one in economic theory.
Mm.
Only and the JLP served the donor class. So therefore, is it a need for third parties or so that can make a big difference or so? But the time factor is not
Well,
even.
they have to come with something total different.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot because this is where I say they're so tribal. You know what I'm saying? That there have if you're with a party, there has to be little things in that party that them come out with where you have to say, well, no, I'm not too like that one.
Yeah.
And then you can grab from the other party as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That not sound bad. Not because a I am a them. We
Yes.
can adopt some stuff from the Republicans them as well. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
mm, mm.
And vice versa. You don't have to be so dieharded that even if the other party have something good that's coming out, it's still negative just
Yes.
because you're with that party. And it's the same thing with Jamaica. Each party should be able to say them adapt from the other two and say, yeah, the idea didn't sound too bad.
Mm,
You know, implement it in with where you are going. But
mm.
them just tribal and them just that and film, it ain't gonna work. So you need
And
somebody will come in and not a party now we can. That's how come when you hear them talk about democracy, we don't really have
yes,
democracy. We
yes.
don't really have democracy because them only give it two to choose from.
Because
If we
when
really have
yeah,
democracy,
yeah.
it would be many for us to choose from.
Because ladies and gentlemen, I was thinking, and you can say, let me hear what you say about this. Um, and on TikTok, you hear this point as well. And if the government and the opposition, they seek to operate on a 5-year interval, you all right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they seek they
Right.
seek to, they seek to operate on a 5-year interval. Mean to say that they work towards 5 years, and if the next one go into power, they mash down the plans for the previous ones, if anything like that. And and I was thinking that it would be so fantastic if both the different political parties, just like how they have this thing called Vision 2030, Vision 2030, I believe it's not going to happen. Um, if they can join up and have a vision for Jamaica. So therefore, there's a crime plan, which we know that PNP and the GLP has signed up to. They said recently that Michelle, 2000, no, the crime in Jamaica or murder in Jamaica dipped to 47, the lowest since
The
25
lowest, right?
years. Now, of course, when I post that and I said, well, we got to give some credit due, people say
Mhm.
47 too much. They say, that no help. So, but it would be so great if two parties join up and say that is the crime plan that Jamaica is working toward. Now, if they do not function and if they do not carry out the plan properly, that's how you vote them out. It shouldn't
Right.
be one have a different policy whereby we'll kill everybody. The other one is say, no, we're not going to kill anybody. And therefore, they're at two poles apart. And therefore, the gunmen or whatever
Watch
like
that
that.
word,
Yeah,
you
oh, yeah,
know,
yeah. Yeah,
unalive.
yeah, unalive.
Unalive.
Unalive. Yeah, I have to watch those words on TikTok.
Hmm.
Unalive. Unalive TikTok. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here too as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Someone said a
Mhm.
while ago the PSOJ was formed to hijack the system and they achieve it by taking controls. See? Wow. TikTok just do something a while ago. I just like something. I don't know what happened a while ago. It's like a little thing like about a shutdown. Oh boy, this freedom of expression and so like that. Yeah. Um,
Mhm. You
but
see,
yeah,
and them a talk about freedom of speech, and you still can't say certain
it gives you
words.
guys.
I'm not
The,
saying that's what I'm gonna do. That's what happened, or
yeah, we're just talking.
whatever.
We're just talking about it. But
Right.
but the whole point about it is that a joint of policy, ladies and gentlemen, for health. So therefore, you don't have a back and forth going between Dr. Dawes and Chris Tufton. A joint up plan for education. See, there's not a back and forth going beyond with the new lady that was the Minister of Education and what's his name? Crawford.
Hmm.
A plan of action for tourism and everything. Now, they're gonna say, no, we don't do that with the other guys, and because we're gonna give away their policy. But what are you doing it for? Isn't it for the interest of the country? But everybody becoming so very
Like
selfish,
secretish and
egoistic.
selfish. What is
Yes,
that about? It's
they
for the betterment of the country. It's not about
yes,
each part. It's the betterment of the country, the people in the
yes,
country.
yes,
That's what it's all about. So it shouldn't be that like a secret that you want the people them to know where you are about. You
Want the people,
understand?
yes. And and
Yes.
and that is why, as someone said a while ago, it would be very important for the People's National Party, the Labour Party, to have it out there in space, cyberspace, social media, whatever. So nobody not wondering, say, this is what I will
What
do,
they're about. Right.
my plan. And then you hold them towards that and they become accountable. But as someone said, Jamaican politicians accountable to the donor class. Now, that is what Mr. Patterson always say from the UIC. He says the PSOJ oligarch control the system, you know?
And it's all over. It's not only Jamaica. Come on now. It's all over. It's global.
Global
That's
is a
the way it
global
is.
is
It's
the
a
way it is.
global thing. But the thing about it is that my niece and her mom just passed away on Monday, and they find out the Tuesday.
Your niece and what,
Right.
mom?
My niece mom. Well, it's my
Oh,
brother's.
oh, your
So
niece. Oh, I thought you said your niece and mom. Oh, your niece's
no,
mom.
no,
Okay.
my niece's mom.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
Niece, yeah.
I'm talking about the medical system now. So she said they had, like they said that she had a cyst in her belly or something like that, and
Mm,
she'd been going back and forth to the doctor, running tests and you know, running tests and all that kind of stuff. Right? Them
mm,
set her up for operation. The lady going for the operation, them can't do it because this and that, that and that.
mm.
It cancel. When she them set her up back for another, to do another test, she can't do it because something about her heart. She have to our heart have to make sure the heart is right before they can perform the surgery. We know that.
Yes.
When them she do go for go do the heart, stress, I guess, came back, everything came back fine. So she don't know all a money making thing. So now last time now them set her up for the operation. She went to go do the operation. Them can't do the operation because the bed where them all used for the operation not working.
Oh, wow. The bed.
Right?
Wow.
So not working. That when she couldn't do the operation, get the operation done. Monday she went to go run some must do something else to go.
Mm,
Right then and there, something happened wherever she was. They had to transfer her to the hospital. She died. She passed away.
yes. Mm,
And the lady married and everything. My niece is here in New York, lives here in New York, in Connecticut, and her sister Nikki, which she's not my niece, but she live here in Florida as well. And Nikki said, I just choose it and find out them get for fine somebody, our husband, and alert him that his wife passed away Monday,
yeah.
or the day
Yeah.
after. No, that's slackness.
Mm,
This is how the system run. And then when you talk to people, different kind of people that they're so whatever the party is, they're like, well, let me get free what medical down there. But it doesn't make sense because what is it doing? The equipments are not there. Them not have an ambulance system, and then people always talk, but yes, them do have what ambulance system? The only
yeah.
ambulance system them have is from a hospital that transport a patient if you have the money to a next
Mm,
hospital. Okay, you can be sick at your house and you pick up the phone and call 611 or 911, whatever it is for them,
yeah.
and ambulance come to your home
Mm.
and pick you up. So the whole system in Jamaica is just messed up, messed up, messed up. So when you hear them talk about them a build road, them a build this, it's not for the regular people. It's all for the elites. And
But
them a benefit from it.
yeah, but at the same time, when you say building roads, and you're building a road that flows from Ocherius to, because I was in Jamaica in April, and to drive from Ocherius to Kingston, it wasn't just benefiting only those who are well off. It is benefiting a lot of people, actually
Right.
cutting down their travel time.
exactly. But all of them things
Mm,
that real estate, all those highways and them things, it is for the tourists.
mm, mm.
All of that is about the tourists and the elite, not the local people. Them. The local people them can't drive on the damn highway. They can't afford it.
You're right about that. You're right about that. The toll money,
They can't
and
afford it.
and that is why someone was talking about even with Portmore. They say making Portmore a parish, and the question was asked, what has changed with you guys in Portmore? Are you guys getting are you getting free? You still have to pay the toll if
You
you
still exactly.
yeah
So
yeah
the little normal people then would do their hard work and go make them little salary and thing. Them can't even drive on that the highway there. Cause they can't afford it.
mm. And I want to say that the what I understand is that those taxi services or whatever that drive on the toll road and the highways, they make sure that they have that money, they make that money back from their passengers or whatever like that, you know. And that is why you still have people using Flat Bridge and all those places still
And
because
are they fixing up those roads for the local, for the little regular people?
yeah,
No.
yeah. It is toll roads push up Jamaica. Toll roads push up Jamaicans' cost of living. That's what someone said. Toll roads push up Jamaican cost of living. Um, you, one of the things that one doesn't capture, and it doesn't seem like it materialize, is that the, the, the people, the majority of people, feel left behind, and that 37% of people who normally vote is because, and I believe it is what they can get. Yeah, what
Or
they can
either
get
they're getting from it.
is what what they can get from
Mhm.
they're showing their loyalty to the political servants. But in Jamaica, they don't call them servants; they call them masters, political masters. But you and I know that they are not really the masters; they're really actually the servants. And
Mhm.
a part system on someone said there's the toll roads push up Jamaica cost of living. There's a little to no commerce traveling on the toll.
Mhm.
Apartheid system on the roads and in the school system. That's what someone said
Mhm.
as well.
Mhm.
Apartheid system on the roads and in the school system.
Yes.
But the question is, how can that be fixed? Is it waiting for the same? Because I was listening to a lady named Erica Virtue, and I don't know if I can find it. Um, she was, I think, from Gleaner, and she was talking about it's election time now. They might make no promises. I cut enough rings. I cut enough. I launch enough things, and they're doing all these different things because it's a political season. That's what she was talking about. Um, but beyond the political season, beyond um, are the people getting the representation that they need? The constitution reform, which they're talking about, is that something that they're trying to deliver around the same time as the election, which I don't think is going to happen anyhow still. And that's why I believe that it's very important for an executive president, but that executive president has got to be underpinned by constitution reform, that you have impeachment, that you got recall. So if it is that a man, for argument's sake, take up a stool and slap a woman and beat up a woman, that person should not go back in parliament. You know,
No.
if somebody do that, there should be
Especially right there.
a process called recall. But I tell you this: the process of recall is this in the UK. There's a man who is an MP who punched up one of his constituents recently. He's from the Labour Party. The whip was removed, which is that he's not representing the Labour Party, and he's now being convicted. And he was given a custodial sentence, but I believe that there was an appeal, and he got it. Not to be custodial.
Mm.
The issue now is this: that encouraging him to step down, or the people can recall. But for there to be a recall, Michelle, there need to be 10% of people on the voters list in that area that sign a petition or whatever for the recall. In Jamaica, think about that now. When people actually wanted back that lady called Dalrymple or something like that, who was a former Speaker of the House, who has been convicted, and the same reason why she left was the same. Nothing had changed when she came back into power. Nothing changed. The people wanted her back.
Back.
It's the people wanted her back. So therefore, the recall system can only work effectively if the people deliver. If the people don't deliver, the person stay the same way. So that is why what someone said a while ago, the people have got to be educated.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to be
Me
educated.
always say that. I always say that.
People are not educated, the
They're not
same thing will go
educated.
on. Yeah, if the system is not accountable to the people, the accountability to the elites, not this is what you always say, Michelle. This is a different way. If the system is not accountable to the people, but accountable to the elite, nothing will change. What you always
Nothing will change.
all the people is in the hands of the people. But at the same time, the donor class control some of the whole thing. And this is oh my days. We really need to get this civics thing going and having this discussion because and just really go for it big time, especially leading up to the election.
Mm-hmm.
People can really understand their rights. And that right doesn't just resonate only as something in Jamaica, but something worldwide, if anything. I mean, in
Mm-hmm.
America, I was watching the State of the Union the other day, and I was really looking at it again. And I saw how the Democrats sat down, even some good things which was being talked about, but they sat down, they didn't move, they didn't clap because of the whole polarization, how divided, the hate, division. It's like there's this there's a division which is so deep, which the press and everyone is trying to fuel in the minds of people. And then
And that is
peace.
what's happening. My oldest sister
Yeah,
called me. She lives in New Jersey.
yeah,
And I forget, we were talking about the discussion with Zelensky and we're
yeah,
a lot, but she's Democrat all the way, and damn Democrat.
yeah, yeah.
And this man, and she carry on, and I'm a cut this, I'm a cut that.
Hold on, hold on. We lost you there. We lost you, Michelle. We lost you there. I don't know what happened there.
Hello,
We lost you there.
can you
We
hear me now?
can hear you now, but we lost you there. I don't know what happened. Don't-
It was her calling in. I was just talking about her, and it was her calling.
Oh, she got it. She heard you. She heard. Oh, we need to get that lawyer lady. Remember, we need to get that lawyer
Yes,
lady.
I am. Bridget
Yeah,
comes back tomorrow, so I'm
yeah,
gonna talk to her.
yeah. You
So
were saying before
he's
she
like,
calling in. Mm.
she him I cut everything, and so I said to her, I'll because she's retired,
Yeah,
so I said to her, I said, Clover, you sit there and you just listen to the Democrat bowl that they feed you guys. You
mm,
know, I said, you get Social Security, you're one cut,
mm,
you Social Security cut. Well, Mr. Any friends that's retired like you and it's on social, did they tell you that it's cut? I
mm,
said the Dems out there, they tell you guys all this thing about he's gonna cut this aid or cut. It's not that. He's not
mm.
cutting the aids. He's cutting the foolishness that what they were saying that they were doing with the aid.
Yes.
Okay? And this is the thing that they pump you guys up and have on that think, on that think for yourself.
Yeah.
Mister, you get the same amount that you've been getting before Trump went in there. Mister, you always before Trump going there, them always a right, AARP always a right, and I say, oh, Social Security's running out before Trump even think about. That's always been the thing. So stop
Yeah.
it. They got you guys this. I said, stop watching the news. I said, turn the damn TV off and stop
Well,
watching
what,
it.
what they'll say is, as someone will say, they got them by the balls in a figurative
Yeah,
sense.
man.
I'm trying to say is that persons are not able to sort of analyze and to distinguish between the right and the wrong because the color of the politics. And I say the color of the politics in a figurative sense because in America, I don't know
I
what the
don't
color
get
is.
caught up in all that stuff. I
It
don't.
gets because even in the UK here now, we have, I mean, so much thing is happening now. You got the Reform Party with Nigel Farage, 5 MPs they have, but now there's a big kick up between the one who they said they want to lead and Nigel Farage. say he was harassing some women. So now it's 4 MPs because the whip has been drawn. So people are now saying that the Reform Party is now imploding. Keir Starmer now is on a roll whereby he's seen as the guy on the international scene now. Politicians always love something like on the war or some destabilization in the world because that's how they get their credit. So
That's how
he's,
they get the
as far as I'm seeing with Starmer, he's not so focused, I believe personally, on the UK a lot. He's more focused on peace in the world. Zelensky. Macron now, because he's saving, or he's also fighting for his life. He wants to find peace in the world, and he will offer his nuclear power to support others. That's what Zelensky. That's what Macron is actually saying now, and that's why Russia is saying now. He's having. Is it that Macron or my show last week was always wanting to lead the world, UK, France, or Germany, because they're all trying juxtaposing for power.
Why Trump want to try for one like him? I run the globe.
Yeah. And what's his name is standing.
Rename everybody, everything rename.
Yeah, and that's why Zelensky just standing up and just say, and and just collecting money, billions and so like that, so the whole thing is messed up, and that is why I'm saying it's very important that we don't lose sight of the African content. We don't lose sight of the CARICOM content. But CARICOM, I'm having concerns with CARICOM because they don't seem to want to.
They're not doing the right thing.
They're not. Oh, Uche is back. Yeah. Yeah. The Prime Minister can't change. Yeah. Where the boss? You have coconut. You have some coconut for. You have some coconut for Virgin.
Not exactly where I'm at right now.
I'm gonna drink some of that right now for sure.
Yeah, well, the prime minister is always showing off drinking coconut water these last days. It reminds me I drink coconut water. Hey,
and then some places don't even have water.
And some places don't even have water, eh?
I want to tell you something about the prime minister. One thing I realized about him, the guy is so shrewd and smart. You know what he has done? You see, when Mark Golan went overseas and said something about the press is against him and the press is buyout by JLP. Guess what Andrew Holness do? He have a big party for the press at Jamaica House.
Really?
Got I like Uche, a big party.
That's true.
The big thing with him and Tanya Stephen, what am I trying for?
What is that? What is that happened?
I saw him hand and all them thing that when nothing went like that.
What happened there? What's
based on what I heard Tanya says, she was at the event, right?
Oh, she was at the press thing.
I don't.
No, it was like a club or something that.
It was a dance. It wasn't the press thing. It was a dance, something like that, an event. But right. she wasn't live or anything. She was just there. She was invited and she was there, right? He was the one that walked over to her.
The prime minister walked.
Yeah,
the prime minister of their club.
Because them know that she lick out against him.
Yeah, and his entourage was also there. They were the ones to video. They were the ones to put everything on the internet. She didn't do anything. Right.
She said she took his hand out her pocket, shook his hand, and pushed her hand back in her pocket.
Oh, she shook his hand?
Yeah, because he reached out and she said she shook him hand.
Oh, she shook it.
And she put back her hand in her pocket, but they cut that part out. Them only showing him that she shook somebody else's hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what she's saying is that him have to approve everything with them put out. So after them clip it and them show it to him, why did he approve that part? Approve it that I don't really saw it go. She shook his hand.
Well, somebody said a while ago she lacked the portman, so I guess apparently some people are saying that she didn't shake his hand, but you're saying that she shook his hands. Some are saying
she did. Yes, she did.
But I mean, all of these persons. Let me tell you something. Nobody's under any obligation to shake anybody's hand. Now, because he's the prime minister.
That's right.
If I don't want to shake the prime minister's
Me not
hand,
have to
then
shake
it's,
your
I
hand.
mean, it's my what happened?
It's your
Some people are
prerogative.
bas-
Right.
right. I reserve the
And
right to do what I
we're
yeah.
not in a setting where I have to be diplomatic towards you in a, like
Yeah.
if we're in a, some kind of, no, me not club. I enjoy my time. Me not feel.
But do you remember? Do you remember? I think it was probably I think it was last year when Vladimir Putin and King Charles, they were in they were in the same space,
Yeah.
and Vladimir Putin did not shook King Charles' hand.
Oh yes, I think I remember. They sat next
No,
to each
he
other as
didn't.
well, isn't it?
He didn't shake
I
his
think
hand.
so, yeah. And he didn't shook his
Yes.
hand.
Yes. I think I remember something of that nature.
He
But
didn't
but
shook his hand, and he's the
but
king.
but hang on. There's another one. There's another one. I think the king of is it Saudi Arabia or one of these other places. Trump walk past the guy and touch him, and them say you don't touch the king or touch him like back or something like that. But I go back to the prime minister a bit. I go back to the prime minister a bit because I also saw the prime minister at the press conference, a prime minister's press conference or whatever, and he handed out um, roses to all the press people and the ladies them there as well. You know, there's one thing what the prime minister said when him turn up, and I think he might have been turn up.
Yeah, him want them to put out good, right?
Remember, the media is very powerful in spreading information or shaping the narrative of any
Yeah,
action. So you have to
What
understand
I
it was
always say,
media.
Phil,
It was the same media that fought against Marcus Garvey. The
mm,
same media they use to start the attack on Marcus Garvey. You understand? And we have to understand, and that is why I'm so grateful for social media in this time,
yeah,
because mainstream media is under the control of the political status quo,
yes,
right? And so social media will give you uncensored information, real-time information, without any bias, and so people can make their decisions. So he's trying to buy out the mainstream media, but social media is also there that the people are more in tune to and is getting the real-time information.
Let me tell you what social media is trying to
social
do.
media is
Go on.
the mainstream media is one of the most important entity in the world. It has the a way where it can make the innocent man guilty and the guilty innocent
Mm.
just by what it feeds people out there.
And if
Okay?
you keep hearing something continuously, you start to believe it as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And
Keep
this is
throwing it
what
out
they do. They push. When them put out things, them push an issue and push an issue and push an issue so that the people lock on to that.
there.
So that's how come it's called television.
Yes, and that's why they call it TV programs. It
Yeah.
programs you
What
as
it
well.
says.
Programming.
We will return to our programming after these messages.
And that is
Okay?
very interesting what you say there about the media bit. But I tell you something what the media is trying to do at the same time. They may not try to censor, no, they may not try to stop the social media. But if you notice what they can do, they will try to narrow you to go a particular way because they own it. Just like on TikTok and all these places where they're trying to change up how you can say things. You got to say unalive. You say
On
something about
alive
drink.
and
You say
all
something
that
about drink.
bull crap that the
I look
new
at drink
words and
bridge.
when
I
them
look at
coming
drink
in.
bridge. And I saw a sign
Because
come up saying
they're not treating us like we're people that can think for
think for
ourselves.
yourself. And that is why they
Okay?
had all these person were the fact checkers
Right.
trying to
The
tell you
fact
you're not
checkers.
supposed to think
You know
like
what
this.
time I challenge them on Facebook and them have to
Yeah.
put back up my thing. I ask them, who's your fact checkers? Who
Mm.
check for them facts? I
Yeah.
put them here. I challenge them.
Yes.
I say,
Yes.
who's your fact checkers?
Yes.
And then put back my stuff after them pull it down. Come in and
Mm.
just agree with them.
I always say like the show with it was I don't know if it was a show with Gene Hackman and Will Smith. And then at the end of the show, I think it was Regina King, the girl said, so who monitor the monitor? You know?
Exactly.
And it's like, who fact check these fact checkers?
Who fact check the fact checkers?
You fact check these fact checkers, and that's why Elon Musk get out, man. You guys just leave, man. Elon Musk, I just realized that these guys were just irrelevant to a certain extent.
You know, now you can't say you can't say it because them want to put we in our box. Them just want for things in our box.
Yes.
They don't think that we have our own mind. If I see that on TV or if I hear you say me growing, me have my own thinking, me not for do it, I say it.
Yes.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for a black platform, a platform that we can speak freely without any form of censorship or fact checking, all of these things, right?
Exactly.
I mean, to balance things out, I mean, it is our responsibility to speak factually, right,
Yes.
and to know the harm that misinformation or disinformation can cause,
Exactly.
right? But at the,
right
on
now
the other end, we still need a space where the
you can
muzzle
really
is
talk.
off. Mhm.
Because them are talk about freedom and,
Yes.
and this and that, but you still can't because look, we say a couple words now. You get a signal that you're done. Your policy, you done crossover policy or whatever.
And they put you on. They put you on. See, I see. I signed a restriction. There's a restriction on my
You
TikTok
see
now
that?
because I was drinking this, and they said I mustn't consume drink because maybe they saw Stella Artois, Uche, and this is just juice. You know, I'm trying to say. So TikTok has a restriction on it.
Yes,
You know,
so you have no freedom or not.
yes. So that's what I was saying, Michelle, and that's what I was saying, Uche. So while the social media have the freedom to speak as much as they want, but at the same time, those who own it can really shut you down.
Yeah.
Because even Candice Owen, they were trying to shut Candice Owen down.
Oh, yeah, big time.
All they're trying to shut down Candice Owen. You know?
Right now, Macron try a thing now in almost people in a TikTok.
Yes.
That
Yes. So this is what is happening. So therefore, whenever I hear persons, prime ministers, leaders coming out and start to hit out against social media, I realize that it's because they can't control it and they're trying to have this level of control over it. And I think I lost some support the other day because of the fact that I said that I have no issues with Andre Stevens and all these guys talking as much as they want. But what they should know is that if they keep talking what they want and they can't back it up properly, they will get sued. Nothing wrong with that. You know, but don't stop them from talking. Don't stop them. Let them
but
talk.
some of them do it and it's just nonsense.
Yes.
Do it, responsibly and also facts.
Yes.
Check your facts and before you come and you say anything. Yes. No, you can prove it. You can say here, you can go to here. Because this is where I got it from out here. Credible facts. Because
for argument's sake, I'll get lots of people send me some things and I just respond and say, that's fake, mate. Oh, I just sent it to you because I know you would tell me. I said, no, you didn't do it like that. You sent it to me because I sent it to me.
And the thing about it is this thing with the AI. Sometimes you see videos go and you don't even know if it's real or not.
Exactly.
Point. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what is real. Because just the other day, what I'm watching, I'm looking at a video and all of this, people are saying, oh God, in Jamaica, you see? Asteroids them fall out of the sky.
Oh, by the way, did you see something the other day about snow in Jamaica? This guy, listen, this guy
that was fake. That was
it was fake.
But in Atlanta somewhere.
The point about it is that people are sending it around, and I said, bro, can you see that you're not seeing nobody?
It's fake. But with all the things that was happening in the sky, did you see?
I think it was. Well, I didn't saw it. I didn't saw it at all. But I think
it was. Elon Musk in my trying to send up to
his spaceship. His spaceship exploded.
Over Jamaica, over here, that happened. But them not get no report of any injuries on ground or anything like that.
Oh wow!
These things are happening.
Yeah, but the elections are coming up, man. So media, they might engage the media, because again, the media is very important to their agenda. But I am here, and maybe in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna have to summon the 67% of the Jamaicans who didn't vote. I'm gonna find some way to pull them out. I'm gonna find some way to locate them, but we have to go find them. You understand? Because
Right.
we really can't.
Uche,
Mhm.
the question though is this. The question though is this. I'm not going to ask you who you want to win or whatever like that, but as a lady that I spoke to said recently, she said, Silburn, I voted before last election, but I'm not going to vote again because it doesn't make a big difference as to who. And I'm hearing that a lot from people who are just totally, and I think it's so unfortunate because I personally believe that after 2 terms, this is just me. It does. I don't care which party is in power, PNP or JLP. After 2 years, I believe they need to go. Especially, that's how I believe. I believe after 2 years, like in America, that's why in America the
He wants to
president.
go down in that World Book of Guinness record.
Sorry,
He wants to go down in the World Book of Guinness record of the
who,
longest
who and
one.
Jonas.
Yeah.
But I think PJ got it in 18 years.
I know
Really?
him I come out and attack a bag of things. Him need to go sit on one side.
Yes, yes. Why should Jamaican vote? Somebody asked me that question. Why should Jamaican vote?
I
I
mean
think
that is not the question. That is not the right question.
yeah.
We have to we have to vote because
Yes,
that is how you get the chance to select the future of your nation. It's not about prime minister or opposition. It's about
you're
the
right.
future
Yeah.
of your country. This is how you select the right future for your nation. So we have to vote as the system set. But the question we need to ask is, why aren't we creating a movement that we can really vote for? If PNP or JLP is not suitable, why don't we then move to creating or supporting a movement that is suitable? Because we have to vote. That is not the point. We have to vote. But why is it that we are not galvanizing? Why we are not gathering our resources together to create a political movement that is suitable for us?
But isn't it that such a political movement should be created and then handed to the people for them to have an opportunity and a chance to consider such a new party?
I think the party not the political party should not be created and handed to the people. The people should be the ones to create that movement.
Yeah, but Uche, the
Mhm.
people are the same people are the ones will have to do it.
Exactly.
But
So if everybody sit down and ask
but
where we have vote for, where we have vote for, that now make no sense.
yeah.
If
But
it's obvious that there's nothing to vote for, we need to create something to vote for.
Uche, I'm gonna say it again. Isn't being speaking a bit cross purpose here because in order for people to vote for a new party, it's got to be created. And then you say to me the people need to create it. But then the people will have to have leaders within that frame
Yeah, man,
or that
sure.
space that create that party so that party can inform the people of their manifesto of the things that they can do and why they are different from the other mainstream parties.
That's
And then
true. That's true
and
because
then
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing that needs to
Yeah,
happen.
I mean you're right.
Mm.
Yeah. And trust me, as a part of a third party, I'm trying to fight as much as possible to meet these ECJ. I'm just passing some music here.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
So
We
nice.
have to meet
Music
the
so
requirements.
nice, though.
Huh?
Right?
Music so nice.
Yeah, no, but I
Some
think I
nice
can boost.
music.
Oh, Ken Booth.
Yeah.
I was singing it the other day.
Yeah, but you see, the DDP, as quiet as we are, or as absent as we are, we are just trying to meet the requirements for the ECJ because the PNP and the JLP, they have made some changes to the political party process. And so they have created a lot of new
Fear.
things for any movement that, is is coming up politically, we have to jump over hurdles, right?
So
But we are willing to jump over the hurdles because I believe in what I'm doing, even when nobody believes in it. We have to
yes,
go create an alternative political system to challenge the current backward, non-progressive one.
yeah. All right. I'm gonna let Michelle talk. I'm gonna put you on mute for a while, just so the music in the background, so I don't get a copyright thing coming through. Michelle, say what you're saying, and then Uchi, I'm just gonna mute you in the meantime. Yeah. Oh,
No,
it's
I
gone.
was just
Oh, yeah.
listening to OJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have to get this started, still. The civics,
Yes. Yes.
get it
Yes.
going
Yes.
so that,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
we don't just a talk, we let it start happen.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It has got to materialize very much. But the point, Uche, you came back now. I don't know if the key thing though is this, and Uche said it a while ago. The there are 63 there are 63 members of parliament that will be vying for 63 seats that PNP, JLP, and independent will be vying for. So it's not just about the prime minister. It is about individuals in different constituencies who are vying for seats. And therefore, people need to be able to hear the policies of these
That's
leaders.
up to
The,
these people.
the policy is important, and that is why we have to really put pressure on the political parties to really deliver what their plans are for the people of Jamaica. Don't wait for an election to be called, because by the time an
Exactly.
election
Well, them just a
call,
come, and that's it.
yeah, by the time election call and you put it out there, 1 week or 2 weeks after, people know I'm not time to really dissect information, Uche.
That's true. And if you check the political campaigns going on, there's no policy,
There's no
They're
point.
just at each other's throat about the nastiness in the media, the illicit enrichment,
And
the
who has
the
said this and
who
who
has said
didn't
that
do
and
that?
yeah, and there's no policy to steer the country. Oh, poor people can save more
Keep both
money.
keep talking.
Oh,
I'm back a second. Keep talking. Yeah.
yeah. Understand?
Yeah.
There's no policy. The campaign is lacking in policy. No policy, no there. Them just
None.
accost them each other back and forth. Accost who said this, who not said that. What if money over here? So what if money? And we're not hearing about how Jamaica can become more food secure. How poor people can retain more money in their pocket. How the average
Exactly.
Jamaican can own a house without going through this existing house crisis that is in the country. Oh, Jamaica can be more energy efficient.
Efficient,
We need
and
to
how
break
them
away
can
from this
start
oil energy
exporting
and go
more.
more to hydro or wind electricity and them. So
Right.
we are not hearing about these things. The campaign
Nothing.
is just as it has been
We
over the
can
years.
start bringing in more money in the country by doing more exporting, instead of them
Exactly.
export so much kind of things in the country and them things there.
You understand? Because them sign deal with international companies like the
Yes,
World Trade Organization to do these things, right?
which was silly. I ain't no benefit Jamaica.
It not benefit us.
No.
Understand? So at them thing are going in the political the campaigns, the system has not changed. And that is why I've turned my back on this political system. I'm gonna turn my back because it don't make no sense. It's worthless.
Because the
It's
people them don't
useless.
know, people them is not educated. They're not educated to know better.
But those
So them
who
just
are educated, Michelle, those of us who are educated, we sit down and we look and we allow. And then this is what I keep saying to Mr. Sidial. We who say that we are politically educated, we sit down and watch the politically uneducated rile up in the streets in them orange and them green, right? And give us a government that we don't approve of. When we should be the ones to saturate the political process, saturate the system, and ensure that we get the right people to represent us politically. Bob Marley said, how long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look?
But the thing about it is that everybody's selfish. It's all about self. So you guys are not coming together under one accord to say, all right, with Dan and this one accord, and this we're gonna do. Everybody want to get it and say, a them,
That's true. That's true. That's true. Because what?
that is the way it is.
That's true. We had a meeting. I think Mr. Sidial know Carlos. Carlos. Let name Dale. Carlos Daly. I think I same name. Right. We were trying to pull all the third parties together. Instead of having all of these independent or separate third parties, we were trying to create an alliance, the Jamaica
Right.
Unity Alliance, with all the third party. And we invited the UIC, right? And Mr. Patterson was adamant that, hey, we need to join him. Instead of everybody come together as one, we
Yeah,
need to
because
join
that's
him.
just it.
You
You just
understand?
look like you want to be the big man tonight.
Yeah. You see me?
That you
I mean,
can't
look
come
on
in
it.
with a mentality there. You cannot. It's not gonna work.
Exactly. Right? I don't matter what position, I don't matter what part I play in this political, this restructuring of this political system. I don't business which part I play. But I just want to play a part
I'm
to ensure
part
that
in it and do the right thing.
yeah,
And that's it.
you
But
understand?
everybody want to be the man. Them are the man.
Exactly. As much as I'm the vice president of the Diplomatic Democratic Party, if another movement is way ahead of us and have overcome the hurdles that we are trying to overcome, there's nothing wrong once we have
Join in.
nothing is wrong with joining in.
Yeah.
Right? I told the president that once a movement is ahead of us and we are trying to do the same thing and achieve the same thing, nothing is wrong to assimilate with them and to make the effort greater.
That's
You
right.
understand? But so far, it's only UIC. Somebody sent something on my phone this morning that there's another third party that I guess is forming, but me not get much detail on it.
Wasn't
But
that was supposed to be with Mark Renaissance?
I'm not sure now. To be honest, I'm not sure.
No,
Is it Tafari? Me not get much information, but right now, I just want to know all of my people them who are make the effort, and then ultimately we just come under one umbrella. Who don't want to unite, just stay outside, but who want to unite, we just unite and we just move together as one.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why I speak about that, the president or so should be one not ceremonial but executive. It's the whole reason for this, because political parties, in a way, they seem not to look beyond the 5 years or the term of parliament, and therefore there need to be a joined up, united vision for Jamaica. I was saying a while ago, with education, with crime, with health, tourism, or whatever like that. So therefore, we all know where we're going. As the song says, we know where we are going. I know. I say song. We know where we're going. And then, if persons who become the steward of that vision in a political party and they do not carry out the functions effectively and they do not deliver, then that's how you vote them out. But it shouldn't be a situation whereby, for education, this is where we are going, and then a new party come in, mash it down. The crime plan is there, doing something, working together, mash it down when a new party come in. It's like you're starting all over again. And therefore, it's like a stop and go. It's like in carnival, the calypso music, feeling hot, hot, hot. You go 3, 4, 5 steps, you go back 10 steps. Forward, backward.
Yeah, because there's no unity in our politics.
Mm-hmm.
It's my side versus your side. So
It's
when
my
your
side
side in
versus
there,
your side.
you do what you do. When my side coming in, we not do what you do. We do something totally different.
Even if it was doing working.
Exactly.
Even if it that work.
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. They have divided the country, and that this division is creating a great hindrance to our national progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's creating a great hindrance to our national progress. Right? We should be seeing nation and not party. You see me? The people. Any policy that works for the Jamaican people, let it be. Doesn't matter which political movement or party is in power.
Well, can I ask this question then? Do you see can you speak of any vision or any policy that is towards nation building in Jamaica by the present JLP government?
Not to a great extent. The only thing I see is the housing project that they are trying to provide, but even provide housing to some Jamaican. But even that is still a political
It
a
is.
political
Yes, it is.
show, right? I don't see anything else. As I was just listing just now, for me as a Jamaican living here, what some of the things that I want to see to say that yes, Jamaica is on a path of progress, right? Our road and water. There are many places in the country that doesn't have water, access to water, and the
Yeah,
roads are deplorable. I
yeah.
am not seeing the current government doing anything else. Maybe no matter about the Spark program, right? Maybe no matter about the Spark program, but I know also that that is a political show,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he must say $40 billion, but I heard, I think if Ralston Hyman, who is an economist, Ralston Hyman
Mm,
was talking about the Spark program, and he's saying that I think 20 billion, the government has 20 billion already, but the other 20 billion, you know, see where the other 20 billion is going to come from. So the matter about 40 billion program, but it's only 20 billion is really
Is there.
available.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. You understand? So, but again, the roads and water, this country have a terrible issue with roads and water, right? I don't see the current administration addressing that the right way. You
mm,
understand?
mm.
Next, the other day when the housing crisis come up, when young people are trying to get a house and
Mm-hmm.
all of the madness, house, right? I don't see the current government utilizing the money that NHT is collecting from the citizens to build houses galore for the people of this country. I don't see that from the current administration, right?
Mm.
Check Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. How much house in bill since 3 years in a power? Check how much house. You understand? Check how much house this president a bill, and he's just building house. There's no political affiliation or no plot no behind it. He just a build house to the people them a Burkina
Feed
Yeah.
Faso.
people them. Yep.
Understand? Jamaica, we don't see that from the current administration. You
Mm,
understand? Thirdly, food, food, food security, food. Cost of food is too high in this country. And I
mm,
don't see the current administration doing anything to address the food costs in this country.
mm.
And these are basic. When we used to go to primary school, them taught us about the basic needs, three basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. If
Mm.
you are not doing anything as an administration to fix these things, you are failing. So them
Yeah,
Well,
are boast
because
about economic growth, them are boast about unemployment reducing, them are boast about, but people can hardly live like
people
humans.
can
People
hardly live. Because
people
they
are
go in the
survival mode.
supermarkets now, and what's in the supermarket is imported food. So they might pay double the price for that.
mm.
Before them
People are
have them
survive.
local food in there, the imports them have inside them.
You know what I'll do? What I'll do is I hear the last bits of what you say, Uche, and I'm going to actually make a note of them, and I'm going to try to get a representative of the government to respond, because one of the questions that I ask is, can you say any policies that you believe is beneficial to the nation? You highlighted the housing project. I had Marlon Morgan on my show the other day before he became a senator, and and I asked a question as well about the housing policy, the housing thing, which the prime minister is handing out houses to destitute people. And he said recently, that is the prime minister, that once properties on the land of persons, the government is not going to take it back. And what he said, it is a way to start generational legacy in a family. Now, one of the things that I asked Marlon Morgan is this question: if there's a change of government, will the same policy stands? Will it continue? And he said, no. In a indirect, in a sense, to say that there it goes, Silver, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, and I believe I saw Michael Phillips and the Prime Minister handing out a property in Michael Phillips' constituency. Just a couple of days, I think I saw it on social media, and I think there was some sort of issue because the caretaker or the JLP person who is going to run against Michael Phillips was there. And I think Michael Phillips wasn't so happy that he was there or something like that, you know. And this is what, and I think Michael Phillips was saying, let's not mix this up with politics. But Virgin, unfortunately, everything is politics now, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the point is that is something that I want to sort of look at, because I believe that policy is something which is good. I believe helping someone getting their feet on the ground in a house. I believe that many years ago in 1962, when Jamaica became a so-called independent country, a land distribution and realignment or whatever should have been done for the people of Jamaica to get them on a good solid ground. And it shouldn't be crown lands, shouldn't be UDC, you know. Those are my thinking, and I believe that any good thinking prospective government of Jamaica should really look at a big policy. That big policy should be how they can help Jamaicans get their lands and help them to get their house. Because one thing I realized in Portmore, because I have an uncle who lived in Portmore, and I remember Portmore in different levels. When some of these places were being built, they were just simple houses, simple little houses. And then all of a sudden, after a while, Corville God, you see them build up. You know what I mean? Jamaicans are very resilient. Just give them something, man. Give them some, and it's not like them are looking at a handout. They just need that leg up. So therefore, what you need is a government that can give, or a joint up policy for Jamaica.
Or remove,
yeah, go on, yeah.
and also remove the bureaucracy that exists in these ministries.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. Remove these strict measures and remove these things so that people can navigate these systems seamlessly and acquire what they need to acquire. You understand? Yeah. Help people. Yes. But to be in power for 9 years and you're just trying to give a few people homes or houses, that's unacceptable.
Yes. Well, I think we have a good discussion there, and Michelle, of course, we got to deal with this whole thing regarding the civics.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, instead of me waiting for getting certain things, I'm going to really push to get certain things, and I'm going to say in the next 2 weeks, on Talk and Sip here, we're going to start the process, Uche. Not next week, not the 15th, but the 22nd. That's it. 22nd.
Don't forget. So what here in the US, our clock jumped forward tonight.
Oh,
so we're going to be an hour ahead.
All right, we need to change that thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I guess you're going to be creating a flyer, Mr. Sidiel. You're going to be creating a flyer, right?
Yeah, we'll create a flyer thing, and then we're gonna do the bit on same here, and
because I have a large following, you know. So once you create that flyer, I'm gonna just round up some people to participate and to learn. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we're gonna do like a 1 hour bit, and then open it up, you know. And blah blah blah. I'm gonna get Matunda involved, Rosalie, Daniel, and those guys. These days, you just have to decide a day and just start. And that's today, the 22nd, 22nd of March.
Okay, doke.
Yeah. So, guys, listen. Have a great night, Uche. Have a good one. You're in the dark now. You're there dance now. Mind the prime minister, come on, shake your hand.
Yeah, some good music playing, Dennis Brown. Yeah,
Dennis Brown, the king.
yeah.
How many king you have now? King. Well, I haven't heard nothing from Cartel for a while. But that's the thing again. Unless you're on social media and following it, yeah, I guess you're missing out. I don't know what's going on there. Michelle, listen, all the best and keep the Oval Office away from me. I don't want a body seminar. But
That's right.
I literally, Michelle, I've not watched anything about Trump and these things. It's going over my head. I just literally
Yeah.
say I can't
Yeah,
deal with it.
we have to turn away from that right
From
now
Yes,
that, the
and look
distraction.
at
yes,
something else. Yeah.
yes. Let
Mm-hmm.
them let you guys. Even though Michelle, you say it sort of divorce yourself a bit, but let them sort themselves out. Give them some time. It's just 1 month in. Let them sort themselves out with the Democrats and everything like that. The people that
All right,
voted,
brothers.
yeah. Peace out.
Good night. Peace out. Okay.
God bless. Uche, bless you, Virgin.
Big up, Sir Celia.
Big
Big up,
up.
Michelle.
Take
Big
care
up
of
your
yourself.
audience. Yeah, man. You
Yes.
too. Thanks.
Yeah, man. All the best. All the best. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining tonight. Omala, thank you so much, and those on TikTok, those on Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much for this discussion that we had. I like having these discussion impromptu, discussing the whole issues. We touched on what's happening in Africa, that we cannot be just so caught up in the Oval Office, Ukraine, and Gaza. There's a bigger wide world that needs to be looked at. Looked at different places in Africa that needs a focus on. So we can't let the mainstream media tend to have its foothold in our lives and try to control the narrative. And I always say, don't go with the flow, or you'll be in someone else's stream, but instead to create your own rivers. Don't go with the flow, or you'll be in someone else's stream, but to create your own rivers. And I look forward to the upcoming election in Jamaica, and wishing and hoping that everyone be a part of the process. If your name is on the electoral list, go out and vote for your member of parliament. You're not voting for the prime minister unless you're in his constituency. You're voting for your MP. And that member of parliament is the one that you should scrutinize. That's the one you should engage with. And that's the one you should ask questions as to what is he going to be doing for your constituency. Not about a funeral, not about a dead yard, not about a nine-nine, but in a sense of policies for your community. Yeah? And I believe that it's very important that the 63, 67%, 70% of persons who do not engage in the political process, who hardly do that, it is time that they should do. I'm always wary about any government, any party who is in power for more than 2 terms. When they go on to 3 terms, sometimes they sort of lose it. I'm not saying this is the case here now, but I believe very much that people in Jamaica need to understand and need to recognize the power that they have. And because of that, and with few persons that I've been speaking to, I will, commencing on the 22nd of March, start the process of facilitating a teaching program on civics online. Okay? Because people keep talking about civics. Where is civics? Civics being taken out of school. So therefore, why not teach it here? And I believe it's very important leading up to any elections, leading up to the general election, so people can understand why they should engage in the political process. Now, as I said, as a young lady I spoke to that said, no, I'm not going to vote because it makes no difference. I voted before, it made no difference. They're all the same. But don't just see it as voting for a party. Don't just see it as voting for JLP or PNP. Engaging with your member of parliament. That's the most important thing. And then the one who wins most of the seats, that commands the confidence of the house, then that leader will become the prime minister. Yep. And challenge as much as possible. Challenge your leaders. Challenge the different political parties to say, what we need is a join up vision for Jamaica, whereby the PNP and the JLP can work together on crime, on education, and on health. In the UK, a few years ago, many years ago, not so far ago, there was Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Now, Tweedledee and Tweedledum was simply the Prime Minister, David Cameron at that time, and Nick Clegg, the leader of Lib Dems, because one party did not have all to start a government. So therefore, they were going back and forth. I remember watching them going back and forth between Nick Clegg and David Cameron. They're going back and forth, where the minders were going back and forth trying to organize it. But the word that the people said, when they analyzed everything and the political pundits analyzed it, what they found was this: the people were saying, we do not have any confidence in just one of you running the country. So we want two of you, if anything. And that is when they had the coalition. That's when they had the coalition government, right? So therefore, they can work together strategically. That's why also you got the select committees, which oversee. So I believe Jamaica is at that point now where there need to be a join-up plan for government, join-up plan for education, join-up plan for health, join-up plan as how do you fight crime. We just saw recently whereby crime dipped 25 years, the lowest. Some people are saying nothing to smile about, nothing to be happy about. 47 is still too high. But for me, I said I must give it a plus. I must give it an applause, because who knows? Will it dip again in March? Will it dip again in April, May, following through? You got to give some kudos in some respect for some things, you know? So yeah. And finally, happy Women's Day, the 8th of March. Okay? So have a good night. And remember to like and share. Please feel free to subscribe to the show. Subscribe to the channel, Silburn TV. You can watch my walk and talk motivational moments in the park every day, or at least where I go in the park and I have my phone and try to get healthy and try to get fit. It's very important that we get fit as well. And also as well on Facebook and YouTube. And on Thursday nights, I have In Review, where I review some of the news, the big news in the world. But of course, those are from the UK perspective, as I'm in the United Kingdom. And I deal with, all while we talk about Ukraine, Oval Office, Zelensky, Gaza. But I want to touch a bit more into other parts of the world, Africa as well. Okay? So have a good night and God bless you. Peace out. Bye-bye.